Good morning, second graders. Mrs. Tradle here on Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed reading the book From Seed to Plant by Gail Gibbons yesterday for Language Workshop. During the reading of that book, I said we were going to talk a little bit about diagrams this week, and that is what our lesson is about today. Some of you might be wondering, what is a diagram? A diagram is a drawing or a picture that shows what something looks like, its parts, or how it works. Here are some examples of diagrams. We have the parts of a dog, the water cycle there in the middle, and then the parts of a volcano at the end. That one should look kind of familiar to you because we filled out diagrams of the volcano during science class this school year. Why does nonfiction text have diagrams in it? It's important that readers read diagrams in nonfiction text because that is one of the ways that authors share additional information on a topic. So some readers think that you can kind of skip over that part, but that's why I wrote in bold at the bottom, do not skip them, because this is a really good opportunity. Diagrams are a really good opportunity to learn more about a topic. How do you read a diagram? Well, first it's helpful to look to see if the diagram has a title. Some of them do, some of them do not. Read the title to get your mind ready for what you are looking at or what you'll be learning about. Then you're going to read the labels on the diagram. And lastly, I want you to think about how does that diagram help you learn about what you just read. You will notice in the slide deck where the lessons are on the strategy page that there is an anchor chart that looks like this. It says, remember, when looking at diagrams, the first thing you need to do is read the title and the labels, and then think about how that diagram goes with what you just read. Here is the diagram, a picture of the diagram from the book From Seed to Plant by Gail Gibbons. You will notice this diagram does not have a title, but it does have labels, and it's labeling the parts of the flower. So I can see the labels petal, stigma, pollen, stamens, etc. When I read the labels, I'm also going to read the definitions that are there with them. And then I'm going to think about how does this diagram help me to understand what I read about? Well, this diagram in Gail Gibbons' book helps me to the parts of the flower helps me to understand how pollination works. When I know that pollen is the yellow powder there that's on the stamens, that helps me understand that when a bird or insect would come onto the flower, how it would pick up that pollen to move to then another flower. So understanding the parts of that goes with the story From Seed to Plant by Gail Gibbons because it helps me understand other parts that she is teaching me about in that book. Your job today is going to be to kind of be on the lookout for examples of diagrams. So I'm asking that you read a nonfiction book on EPIC or in your home library. I would like for you to take a picture or a screenshot if you're reading on your iPad of a diagram that you read in the book. And then I would like you to upload that picture to the assignment in Google Classroom called Diagrams. I can't wait to see the diagrams that you guys read today in your books.